Imagine a time when one nation's power reached all around the world. Its power was so huge that the sun never went down on its lands. This was the Spanish Empire. It was built on big dreams, strong beliefs, and the hope of finding gold. Its big ships called galleons were full of silver from the Americas. Other countries in Europe were jealous of them, and its armies, called tercios, seemed like they couldn't be stopped. But how did Spain, which used to be just a bunch of fighting tribes, get so powerful? And why did it eventually lose its power? The story starts deep in the Iberian Peninsula, a place where many cultures met. It was shaped by the Iberians, then the Celts, and then the Romans. The Romans called it Hispania. They made it part of their empire by building roads and cities, and they gave it a shared language that would become Spanish. Even after Rome fell, its ideas lived on, like its laws, language, and a feeling of being one country. The Visigoths took over. They started using Roman customs and became Christian, trying to keep the land together. This early history set the stage for Spain's future, a land that was created by taking over other lands, shaped by many different kinds of people, and meant to be great. The peninsula's good location made it a valuable prize, a way to get between different continents. The lessons from these hundreds of years, like people mixing together, fighting back, and different cultures joining, would be important in Spain's rise to power. They would shape the people who would one day build one of the strongest empires in history. The journey from old Hispania to a worldwide empire was just starting. In the year 711, a new group of people crossed the Strait of Gibraltar, Muslim armies from North Africa. The Visigothic kingdom was weak from fighting among themselves, so it quickly fell apart. Most of the peninsula became Al-Andalus, a place known for learning and culture. Cities like Cordoba and Granada grew and became rich. They had libraries, paved streets, and a lively mix of Muslim, Christian, and Jewish smart people. Al-Andalus became a shining example of science, art, and thinking. It kept old knowledge safe and created new amazing things. During this time, different traditions came together in a special way. You can still see Arabic influences in the buildings, music, and food. Even though it wasn't a perfect place, Al-Andalus allowed different groups of people to live together peacefully to some extent, which was rare in Europe during the Middle Ages. But in the north, small Christian kingdoms saw Muslim rule as taking over, not as making things better. Their fight against it would start the Reconquista, a struggle that lasted for hundreds of years to take back the land. The memory of Al-Andalus left a big mark on what Spain is all about. It made people both admire it and strongly want to take back the land. The future of the peninsula would be shaped by this clash of different ways of life. Everything was ready for a new part of the story, the making of a united Christian Spain. The ideas and culture of Al-Andalus would continue, even as power changed hands. The Reconquista would define Spain for many years to come. The Reconquista was more than just a war. It was a mission that lasted for hundreds of years to bring Spain together under Christianity. From strongholds in the north, Christian kingdoms pushed south, taking back land and creating a strong religious identity. A big change happened in 1469 when Isabella of Castile and Ferdinand of Aragon joined their kingdoms by getting married. Together, they made the government stronger and decided to focus on Granada, the last Muslim stronghold. In 1492, Granada fell. This ended Muslim rule and brought the peninsula together under Catholic Spain. In that same year, the king and queen supported Columbus's trip west, looking for new trade routes and chances. Their decisions would put Spain on the world stage, changing it from a newly united kingdom into a worldwide empire. The dream of a Catholic Spain came true, but a new time of exploring and conquering was about to begin. Spain's future was now connected to lands far away from its own shores. When Columbus came back in 1493, he showed everyone a new world which made Spain want to achieve even more. Tough conquerors crossed the Atlantic Ocean, taking down empires like the Aztecs and Incas. Silver and gold poured into Spain, paying for fancy buildings, armies, and a huge burst of art and culture known as the Siglo de Oro, the Golden Age. Painters like Velázquez and writers like Cervantes became very famous. While Spanish power reached from the Americas all the way to the Philippines, Catholicism and the Spanish language spread across continents, changing cultures and histories. The empire was run from Madrid, and its power seemed like it couldn't be beaten. For a while, Spain was the richest and most powerful country in the world. But deep down, the problems that would lead to its downfall were already starting. The Golden Age wouldn't last forever. Spain's wealth brought problems. Prices went up very fast, the economy didn't grow, and the country relied too much on riches from its colonies. Endless wars used up all their money, while the defeat of the Armada in 1588 made Spain seem less powerful and unbeatable. Weak kings and queens and dishonest officials didn't fix the growing problems. When Jewish people and Moriscos were forced to leave Spain, the country lost skilled workers, which made economic problems even worse. The number of people in Spain went down, more people became poor, and new ideas stopped coming. By the 1700s and 1800s, wars and revolutions took away Spain's land in Europe and America. One by one, colonies in Latin America broke free, leaving Spain smaller and weaker. The empire that was once so strong became just a shadow of its former self, trying hard to find a new identity. Spain's golden time had ended, but its story was far from over. The 1900s brought big changes: political chaos, a civil war, and a dictator. The Spanish Civil War, from 1936 to 1939, tore the country apart. It ended with Franco's strict rule. For many years, Spain was cut off from other countries and its culture and freedoms were taken away. When Franco died in 1975, it opened the door for democracy. King Juan Carlos I helped Spain change peacefully. He made political parties legal and helped write a new constitution. Spain joined the European community in 1986, which led to fast modernization and growth. By the end of the century, Spain had become a stable, successful democracy. The country had finally found its place in modern Europe. Today, Spain is a lively democracy. Its cities are full of art, new ideas, and history. The legacy of the empire is complicated. It spread language and culture, but it also involved conquering and taking advantage of people. Spain's past can be seen everywhere, from old Roman ruins to Moorish palaces and big Gothic churches. Different regions in Spain, which used to be a source of strength, now cause arguments about who should control what and how united the country should be. The country faces new challenges, economic, political, and cultural, but it uses its centuries of strength to deal with them. Spain's story is about changing and becoming new again, learning from both its successes and its mistakes. Its rise and fall teach us lessons about power, belief, and the never-ending search for who you are. The real strength of Spain is not in conquering, but in its ability to start fresh, and its bravery to build a better future.